morning to one and all present here. Myself N. Kalpana. I am from Sri GK Jain Higher Secondary School, Raipuram. Today, for the 11th standard, I am going to explain the topic is periodic classification of elements. In a periodic classifications, we have more than 100 elements. That means nearly 118 elements are there. So how you can be arrange those elements? On based of the same chemical properties, on based on the same physical property, we have been arranged. Now we got a periodic classification in an arranged manner, but it has not been available in a single day. Lots of scientists, they have been produced in their own way. Let's see. First one, Lavoisier. He has been classified the elements on the basis of these characteristics. It has been classified into 4 types. Okay, one is acid making elements, gas like elements, metallic elements, and the earthy elements. For example, acid making elements is like a sulfur, and the gas like elements like a hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Like a metallic elements, you know, the copper, gold, silver, like it. And the earthy elements is calcium oxide, sulfur, like this. So the elements can be arranged according to the Lavoisier. He has been arranged in this order. And second one, Dobrinier. So Dobrinier arranged some elements. It will be called it as a trait. Trait means we have taken 3 elements. The 3 elements, the middle element, the atomic mass of middle element, which is equal to the sum of the other 2 elements. Okay, so if for example here the atomic mass of sodium is 23. So when you have sum up of lithium and phosphorus, you getting 23. You getting a sum and addition with divided with that. Here the bromine is 81.25. If you have added chlorine and iodine, you get the same value. Here it is. So the Dobrinier have been, but in this thing, all the elements cannot be on the traits, because some elements cannot do like that. It is not giving the sum up of like that. Okay, that is the disadvantage for the Dobrinier. And next one, Newland. According to the Newland, he will be called he will be arrange the elements. It will be called it as law of octaves. Octaves means 8. He arranged the 8 elements. The 8 elements at the end of the element which having the same property of the first elements. So most probably the 8 elements should be having the same properties, similar in some properties. Okay, so that will be called, according to the Newton, it will be a law of octaves. And next one, Manley, he described some of the characteristics for the element. That will be called it as a periodic law. Periodic law is, according to the Mendeleev, properties of element, because each element having different properties, isn't it? Properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic weight. So according to the atomic weight, we have arranged it has been 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, so according to the atomic weight, atomic number, we have arranged. So it is based on their properties also. Okay, and next one, electronic configuration. Let's see the electronic configuration, how the electronic configuration have been made. So if, for example, if you have considered as a different element, it will be having a different atomic number. So that means different electrons will be there. So that much of electron, how it has been distributed, that will be called it as the electronic configuration. Let's see the electronic configuration. For example, boron. So before the electronic configuration, you should know that the periodic classification, it will be having a 4 blocks. One is the S block, D block, P block, and the F block. Okay, how the elements have been arranged means, if the elements will be having the valence shell in those blocks. For example, what is meant by the valence shell means, valence shell will be the combining capacity of other elements. So based on the valence number, valence shell, it has been ability to combine with the other atom. So if you consider, if you see the S block element, all the elements present in the S block, it has been having the valence shell at the S only. Okay, for example, boron, whose atomic number is 5, it has been distributed as 1s2, 2s2, and 2p1. Okay, so 1s2, 2s2, and 2p1. So it has been S block element as well, but the valence shell will be in the P. So the boron will be present in the P block. So based on the valence shell, we should be know the blocks present in it. And next one, it has been classified in the period as well as a group. Okay, so periods means it will be having a 7 periods. Periods means like a horizontal. Groups means it will be a vertical from top to bottom. So groups means from top to bottom. Periods means from left to right. So it means totally we have 7 periods in the periodic table, and groups we having 18 groups in the periodic table. Let's see the first two groups. So in vertically, in the first two groups it will be a S block element, and 13 to 18, from 13 to 18 it will be a P block element. Because I am saying S block, after it should be a P block, because in the D block it is present in between the S and the P block. Okay, it is otherwise called it as a transition element also. Okay, next one, 13 to 12, it should be a D blocks, and the F blocks, it has been a two groups for two periods only. Okay, one is the actinides, one are the lanthanides, other one is the actinides. This is the way of arranging the periodic table. Let's see the important definitions in the periodic classification. First one, atomic radius. You should already know that what is mean by the radius. The half of the diameter will be the radius. The same will be there if you consider it as an electron. It will be nucleus will be present at the center, isn't it? So the definition for the atomic radius is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell. So outermost shell, obviously it should be a valence shell. So the atomic radius, it has been changed even from element to element, because one should having the atomic number have been increased. So automatically the valence shell is also be in a different state. So the radius between the center of the nucleus and the valence shell, it has been called it as an atomic radius. Let's see along a period, along a group. Already told that along a period. So along a period means it should be having a horizontally. It should be a horizontally along a period. And along a group vertically. Along a period means from left to right. Along a group means from top to bottom. Okay. Let's see that along a period, along the period, the atomic radius have been decreased, because most probably the element present in the first period, in the period wise from the left to right, it should be present in the same number of valence shell, because it should be having a, either it should be S block or else it should be a P block. So most probably S block as well as the P block should be in the same one to another only. It should be which is nearer to the atom. So whenever, but at the same time the atomic number is also been increased. The proton, it has been increased. So when your proton is also being increased, it should be the nucleus, it has present in the center. So obviously it has attracted towards itself. So the radius have been decreased in the order only. But along a group from top to bottom, so along the group, it has been present in the S block as well as the P block, some other D block, whatever it is, it should be having a different one, because D block present in the transition state. Some more periods it is not. First two periods it is not present in it. Okay, but in the group wise it has been present. So if you are considered as along a group, it has been present S, P, B, D, S, P, D, F. Okay, obviously it has been in an increasing way. At the same time the radius is also be increased. So according to the atomic radius, along the period it should be decreased, and along a group it should be increased. And next one, ionization energy. Ionization energy means in the outermost valence also some more electrons is revolved in it. We know that the atoms, if the atom, consider the atom, it should be having a proton, neutron as well as the electron. Proton and the neutron, it is present in the center of the nucleus, and the electron is revolved around the nucleus. Okay, so except the nucleus, all the shell, either it should be a valence shell or the normal shell, the electrons will be revolved around it. If the combining capacity means we have to, or else you have to attend the law of we have attend the stable configuration means we should be removing the electron. Either it should remove or addition. If you are removing the electrons means minimum amount of energy we have to spend it. Okay, so minimum amount of energy we spend required to remove the loosely bonded electron. Loosely bonded means the valence shell. Always the valence shell will be the loosely bonded because it is always have the capacity to, it is ready to accept or lose the electron. So that is why the electrons present in the valence shell will be called it as a loosely bonded electron. Okay. So ionization energy means a minimum amount of energy is required. We never stress over it. We never spend lot of energy because it is present in the outermost. Easily we have to remove it. Okay. So ionization energy means minimum amount of energy required to remove the loosely bonded electron. That means valence electron is present in the valence electron. Okay. So let's see that along a period the ionization energy is increased because ionization energy is increased means it is having a, I told that here along the period the atomic radius is decreased. So it should be shorter in the decreasing. The distance between the nucleus and the outermost should be decreased. So easily we can remove the electron. That is why ionization energy is increased according to the period. Let's see here, it should be decreased. Radius is decreased means size is decreased. So size is decrease means ionization means increase. It is easy to take it. Okay. But along a group it should be increased. So size become extended. Once it should be in S block, other should be in a P block, other should be in a D block. It is more and more getting extended. So if more and more getting extended means the ionization energy become decreased. But that means it should here will be having a lot of energy to require to remove the electron. But here it is a less amount only.